hoping to smoothing out those bumps. A lot of inconsistency for UVA this season. It's been a little bit topsy-turvy, but they've shown some flashes. We're underway. FSU with the ball, immediately searching for offense with Latson. They try to score in the first 7 seconds of the shot clock, and they get it with 11 seconds gone by here. A pretty solid game against Syracuse with 10. FSU basketball and their starters on the bottom of your screen. We talk about Latson a whole bunch, but Amaria Gordon has tremendous speed and is second in the country in assist-to-turnover ratio. We're just waiting on the update of the score from the in-house feed. Latasha Latimore, impact player off the top, rejected inside. Makayla Timpson, #1 in the league. So OMG has a couple of fouls already for FSU. She's out of the game, and here's the sub, Amaya Bonner, rising and scoring. Here's Latson weaving in on a kick. They're looking for threes. They get one from Bowles. Ring it up. It's 11-0 for the Garnet and Gold.
No one is really looking for her. Everyone's looking to find Latson.
Yeah, Bowles had a season high of 20 against the Demon Deacons. Here's Olivia McGee, and she finally gives the Cavs their first points of the game, about 4.5 in.
Answer back. They're going to need to get some stops here on this end, but they're going to have to answer whenever Florida State does make a bucket.
Latson slices in, finds 2. What FSU can do offensively. I mean, it can really make jaw drops. What can happen here with FSU? There's Tamara Johnson. All right, the Cavaliers have made their last 2 shots. Gives. Oh, look at this quick ball movement. Get it inside. Timpson the double. Move it around. 3 is up and in. Amaya Bonner.
You don't want her to go one-on-one. Virginia's really good at jamming post players on the block.
Cavs need that tertiary score. We know about Latimore, we know about Johnson, but that third score is so necessary, especially against a team that has 18 points in not even 7 minutes. OMG, Gordon back in the game with 2 fouls. 3 in the Garnet and Gold, and another 3 for FSU. It's Villegas, who is a sharpshooter. And she's right, watching Villegas in warm-up, she missed some open shots. Latson disrupted inside the finish. Avery Treadwell. It is a clinic for FSU.
Some people are trying to change shots that look like that, but she's been able to make it work for her.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't change that shot. And I think Brooke Wyckoff agreed with us when we spoke to her yesterday. They don't take credit for that shot. They're just like, yeah, she's really good at it.
She said that there are a lot of options. There are a lot of different things you can do, but it's working. 100-plus points. A regular thing for this squad this season.
Simple approach that's worked all season long en route to 92.5 points per game. Tops in the nation. Latimore underneath. Her layup goes after starting the game 0 for 4. Yeah, going back to your point about the free throw shooting, FSU 80% this season. It's hard to defend them in transition. It's like, what do you do? Get it down low. Timpson the easy deuce.
4 points so far, 6 points so far.
Hurd tries the baseline, dips the shoulders and lays it in. Nice move from Brianna Hurd, the freshman. McGee, cross-court snap. Latimore on the step back. Now she bolts in, stops and dishes. Noyan from the elbow. Good.
Making them feel like this is home, and she's putting them in positions to succeed. And we talk about the systems that they have in place, and that's the purpose.
Hurd to Casey Valente Paya, her 3rd different school. Latimore inside, and all that chaos results in FSU basketball. Gordon is always racing up the floor. Bonner, who had a tremendous first quarter, stays hot. She's got 10.
Feel like they couldn't run their sets, and that's what we've seen. Virginia guards have had no space to get into their sets. Yeah, her first step is dangerous, and then her ability to slow it up and speed right by you, whole nother level.
Latimore through a lot of congestion underneath. Both these guards, Latson and Johnson, they've seen all the defenses that you could throw at them this season. Riley Gray's trying to make an impact coming in off the bench, and the transfer from UNC has a deuce. FSU creates a lot of possessions on its own, right? But you give them extra possessions, that's a problem. This helps alleviate that. Brianna Hurd, and 1!
Tough bucket, remaining in the game, in the possession, and is able to knock it down. FSU strategy to get the ball out of her hands as quickly as possible has worked.
Johnson 7th at the conference in scoring, 4th in assists, right to the basket. Tanaya Latson. You know, they're not slowing down anytime soon.
Yeah.
Gordon, the pivot, the jumper. Gets the kind roll. Gordon with 6. Bowles, the flashy move on the step back. Johnson pulls it down, has the outlet, seams it through. Brianna Hurd with 2.
Coming down, getting a stop on defense and pushing ahead, running ahead of the defense.
Hurd, the leading scorer so far for UVA with 6 on 3 for 6 shooting. And Tanaya Latson quickly answers and says, enough of that transition ball.
I mean, what can you say about a player who has that mentality, who has that mindset of going to get a bucket, and then on the other end you have a partner down low that has your back? And Timpson, one of the best shot blockers in the ACC, timing up.
Her shot blocking ability is so paramount to this team because they can pressure on the perimeter knowing they have that shot blocking presence behind them.
They're able to pressure and they're able to trust in their post players. You also have to mention Makayla, who's down there as well, not in the game now, but another big girl down there that's able to shot block. So far they've been able to shoot 53%, and that should bode well for them going into the second half.
Clark stepping through and laying it in. Paris Clark with 6, joining Brianna Hurd.
Attacking the basket, Virginia here, putting pressure up high.
Latson now, she's hit hard.
Starting out with the defender high in that backcourt, but when they get over half court, it's wide open there.
Johnson, nifty move there to navigate her way in the lane. 3 Cavs with 6 points. Johnson, Hurd, and Clark. And here is Johnson. They have size on her with Bonner. Nearly throws it away. Recovered by UVA. Hurd the tray. No. Gray's rebound. Putback. Yes!
Great putback for him. Grays comes off the bench and makes an immediate impact from beginning to end to lessen this gap, this margin that Florida State has.
Latson, the 12 points, the 5 assists, the 4 rebounds. Latasha Lattimore, pretty quiet so far.
So far, she has it. She's, there we go. You speak too soon, right? Understanding the scheme that they are up against and using what they do well in their favor.
Clark, the reverse layup, very pretty.
Great finish, hangs in the air a bit. Gets some contact, but finishes anyway.
Did you see that quadruple team on Timpson there? Did you see that? And then it leads to a bucket. Are you kidding me? 6'2", she's lanky, but you're talking about Odessa Noyon, who's 6'3", Lattimore, who's 6'4", Hurd, who's 6'2". There are so many bodies around her, and she makes the right play. They're down by 22 here, Lauren. What's the path back? What must UVA do to get back in this game?
Execute. They have to execute right here.
It takes a lot of effort to get the ball over Timpson. She's a disruptor. Through a maze, FSU scores. Timpson. The Noles will deal with the chaos better than their opponent, and they've shown it all year long.
Well, it's because they create the chaos in the best way possible. Florida State creates chaos. They don't allow the ball to get to the middle through a drive. They ice ball screen, switch 1 through 5 a lot.
It took so much time to install this summer, right? They met with Bob Kloppenberg's son as another 3 is rained down here from Carla Villegas.
We see how hard this Florida State team works defensively, but it also takes a lot of work mentally, a lot of reminding, a lot of understanding the mission.
They exercised a lot of that work in the offseason, so they can be pretty consistent in terms of what they do, and consistently there is shot blocking from Timpson.
It's a split second, you guys, a split second to where there's an open option, and then it's gone.
Lattimore spinning, but no basket. 30-point Florida State lead, Lauren.
Yeah, beyond what they do defensively, offensively they're extremely efficient, right? They're 5th and 1. Goodness, it's demoralizing what they're able to do on both ends.
Latson behind the back, drawing a crowd. Disrupted. It stays with the Noles. And her first career triple-double against Gonzaga in the Virgin Islands. Another 2. Yeah, it just seems like such a happy environment that they're fostering right now. Being at their shoot-around this morning, everybody has smiles on their faces. They do, at the end of shoot-around, like a creative shot, right? So someone on the team comes up with, all right, what are we going to do today? Today it was like an underhanded shot from midcourt, and they celebrated whoever made it first. Tanaya Latson shrugging the shoulders like, this is just so easy right now.
She is laughing. In regards to that loss, tells you what they're trying to build, which is championship team. Meaning you have to respond against adversity in game.
Last handful of years, they have made the NCAA tournament 11 straight times, but they haven't won a game in the Big Dance since 2019. So there's motivation certainly for that.
I mean, you think about it. There aren't many programs right now that top 3 scorers have been at the program since day one. Makayla, who just knocked down that 3, who's able to score at all 3 levels and also defend within the system that Coach Wyckoff is coaching her team up to be. You know, it's the pieces of the puzzle coming together.
Extent. Kick it out, 3, Gordon swish. FSU 8 for 19 from beyond the arc.
Community has definitely been rallying around those who have been impacted by all that has happened.
Natasha Latson with the first basket here in the 4th quarter.
Seminoles 46 in the paint, and a lot of it's come from their bench as well. 2 players off the bench with double digits, and Gordon and Bonner.
And here's Latson running the floor and laying it in.
Virginia picking up pace here. We see a new defense in this 3-2, but it doesn't stop a FSU drive.
Brianna's coach growing up called her Snoop, so that's why she still goes by that nickname. Here's Brianna Hurd.
Basket. They're more than capable between the amount of threes that they've put up today alone, and 20, right? They're 8 for 20. They're more than capable of knocking down big shots, we know, and a lot of them.
A season where you're wondering, like, what if, right? Like, what if you come out with a really good start? What if you finish the game well? They've had a lot of leads that have been crumbled down. They lose. Just don't make that play down the stretch. And look, the opportunities for UVA down the stretch, they're running thin in terms of quad 1 opportunities. This was one tonight. They got to get cooking here down the stretch of the season.
Big shot there for Kamora Johnson. Take it. You have to come in with a mindset that you're going to do it. And you saw there's one opportunity for a quad 1 win, but there are a lot of great teams in this conference, and anything can change on any given night.
And it starts with a rivalry game coming up on Sunday against Tech. Paris Clark with a scream as she gets the and 1.
The fight that we've seen in Clark since the 3rd quarter. She's been going. Seminoles not slowing down here.
Latson with the block on Latson. Brianna Hurd bustles the other way and has the layup.
8-0 run for the Cavaliers in about 1 minute and 7 seconds, just picking up the pace.
Latson hanging, can't get the deuce. Hurd around the screen, dips inside. Oh my goodness! A termination from Timpson, come on!
Racking them up with her 8th. Her improvement, most improved player, and you know, she's able to just continue to grind it out. She's going up against some of the best bigs in the nation in the ACC, and you've been able to see her growth. It's something that Coach Wyckoff is really proud of.
Latson always with her head up. In and out move, swimming by Latson, and then Hurd with the rejection may have been altered as well by Latson. Johnson fakes, scoop shot reverse, out of control. Clark, the rebound goes up, stuffed inside, Treadwell.
Everyone wants some of the block party for this FSU team.
And everybody wants offense. They're not just like tip blocks, right? Like,
no.
They're emphatic spanks. Like, don't come in here at all. Don't think about it. They're a much better rebounding team as well. All right, here's the slingshot. Villegas on the money.
Loaded. Look at this one. And when it goes to Villegas on that first high arching shot above her head, no one can get to it.
Here's Latson. Oh, a no-look dish in the corner. Dos Santos, give her 3.
I'm so upset at our producer. That was my freshman year, guys. Cut a girl some slack.
then I will not tell you how many of those three-point shots you made.
I'm pretty sure Coach Corey McNeil was shooting me some sharp eyes back then with those threes. You know, we talked about just the amazement that a lot of the fans, a tough bucket there by McGee.
Florida State with its 7th 100-plus point game of the season. And the Seminoles continue to put not only the ACC, but the nation on notice.